From the likes of Harry Houdini to Chris Angel, this isn't any ordinary box of magic tricks. These are the Illusionists. Hey everybody, I'm Scott.
And I'm Kendra.
Welcome to another Guru Review.
Magic and illusion has definitely had a resurgence this year. It's definitely been a key point in a lot of movies this year and TV shows. That's why we're really excited to bring you our review of The Illusionists live from Broadway.
The Illusionists is a yearly event that's on a global level. This year it brought together 7 exceptionally talented people. Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
We're not talking simple card tricks. It was a real pleasure to see these 7 people. Blew me away the whole time.
So I saw the commercial for The Illusionist on television one night and knew I had to buy the tickets. Growing up, we saw a lot of illusionists and magicians, and it really brought me back to my childhood, so I knew I had to buy the tickets. And I'm really happy I did. It was a wonderful show. Definitely covered all areas of illusionry and magic, and it was a really great time. The show opened with the MC,
Jeff Hobson, the Trickster.
He was really good, reminding me of the kind of old school Las Vegas shows. Kind of more on the adult humor side, but it was really funny.
Exceptionally funny. Did have a little adult humor to it. Interaction with the crowd was great. From the moment he started to speak, his mannerisms just kept us laughing, entertained. Very great segue in between each of the performers. And he had quite a few tricks up his sleeve as well, so very funny guy. Dan Sperry, the Anti-Conjuror. Not for the squeamish or heart. It still was kid-friendly for most of it. He was joking around about some of the stuff. Crazy things with a quarter in his eyeball, and then she cut it out in his arm. I mean, I knew it wasn't real, but still, even she caught me getting a little squirmish.
Definitely like shock performance. I really liked it. Dan Sperry actually has a YouTube channel where he, I think, does street performances. So he seems like a really cool guy. And it was,
He did have a portion with the doves, which was amazing. I mean, you know, you see people all the time with doves in a hat, a this, a that, a scarf, but he had a cage in the beginning and they were coming out of nowhere, and in the end the cage disappeared. I'd love to watch it back 10 times. I don't want to know what happened, but it was one of the coolest tricks I've ever seen. Kevin James, the Inventor, really lived up to his name. The level of creativity he had with cutting people in half was really cool. And he went out into the crowd with a little girl with like a tissue, and it became this thing that bounced all over the place, and it twisted and turned, and she helped control it, and then in the end, boom, it became a rose. And it was close-up magic. It was really cool. Yes,
definitely brought me back to, really drew me to illusion and magic when I was a kid. Just the wholehearted childness, I guess, that comes with magic and illusionry. So I think it was really great to have that part of the show.
James Moore, the Deceptionist.
His performance was really cool, also very Las Vegas style. Lots of fire and showgirls, and it was really cool.
Yeah, opening sequence and the end, were outstanding. The opening was great, where it happened so fast. He's in a glass box in the middle of the cage. There's no way he's getting out of it. There's not enough time, and next thing you know, he's right over there. Cool.
Yeah.
And the ender, which we don't want to give too much away, but involved fire, spikes, near death. Absolutely, nail biting. Really talented performer and a great act. Andrew Basso, the Escapologist. Not for the faint of heart. Andrew Basso, the Escapologist, just nail-biting performance, following in the footsteps of the great Harry Houdini with some of the crazy stunts he did. This was a water chamber which anytime I see this, and there is an act, I mean, this is realism at this point. A lot of things is angles and stuff like that, but this guy went in the tank and challenged us all to hold our breath as long as he did, and I wouldn't have made it more than 30 or 40 seconds. But it was just a crazy thing to see, and they had mentioned at one time, I think they had actually stopped the act at one point because some difficulties, and he almost died. So it was, it definitely had some intensity to it. It was just, wow.
Harry Houdini's water tank escape is definitely a very classic magician performance, and it was really cool to see that in person, definitely.
Ben Blaque, the Weapon Master.
The Weapon Master, Ben Blaque, just a treat to see him. I remember seeing him, at least the first time we saw him, was in 2012's America's Got Talent. Crazy psycho guy with a crossbow shooting like stuff off of beautiful women, this, that, everything else, and what he did to himself at the end was nuts. And I think he came back as a wild card in 2012, and 2016 Britain's Got Talent, so he's on there right now. Good luck to you, Ben, if you're still in that, man. Great show, but some people would think that this is easy and not dangerous, but the thing he did to himself at the end, which from what I'm seeing, he increases it every time. So I think in 2012, he's shooting a crossbow that's hitting a target that sends another bow back, forth, and the last one shoots an apple off of his own head. He's blindfolded, and he's got to ring a bell at something across the room, a target, to try to figure out where it is. And I think every time he adds more and more targets, it was absolutely crazy.
It was, yeah. Definitely very suspenseful.
Ho-Jin, the Manipulator.
Last but not least, we have Ho-Jin. He was named 2014 Magician of the Year by the AMA, and he just dazzled us. I mean, really brought back life into card tricks, I think. As I said, this has definitely been the year of magicians and illusionry, and he stepped up the game with card tricks.
Yeah, he had, two big spots early on, just standing on a circle tarp and just cards coming out of nowhere, and I get sleight of hand, but I don't see where it's coming. I mean, if you look, it just card after card after card, and changing, they're evolving, the cards are morphing. The first thing he did was just amazing, elegantly set to some nice music, and then the end, when it all came together, the closer, it was really cool. It was, the whole ensemble's out there, the assistants and all, almost like, they're doing this all together, and homage to him, and the stuff he did on cards, I just don't know. I don't get it. I don't know how you've got a blank card and literally it just changes. I don't know.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like, I've never seen someone, like, we go to conventions and film cosplayers, but I've never seen someone look or resemble an anime character so much. Like, I felt like I was like watching Sailor Moon or something in person, because it was just like with the music and the background, and it was beautiful.
And in the end, blank cards are spelling out, they're all laid out, and it's switching to the Illusionists. The letters are on there, and then of course, it had the logo of a local school, which top notch. Yeah. I mean, the whole show was great. It made me feel like a kid again. It was so much fun. Of course, always loved spending time with Kendra, and it was something we both had a lot of passion for, and amazing show. And then, for us, the lights came up, and it didn't quite end there for us.
So as the show ended, I was thinking, wow, I really wish that there was an option for extra meet and greet or something like that, and luckily we actually got the chance to meet everybody.
So we're walking outside of the theater into the parking lot to the car, and we just noticed at a side door a few people are gathering, and we look over, and there you've got 3 of them.
Yeah.
You've got Ben Blaque standing there.
Yep, and then we had Ho-Jin and James Moore.
So of course we don't want to feel like the overzealous fans. They've just done a great job. They're in civilian clothes, probably trying to sneak out for a break, something to eat before they go on to the next show. A couple people are over there, so we go up respectfully and wait in line. And they were just gracious, open to their fans. Took time to take pictures, autographs. The 3 of them were fantastic. We really appreciate that, guys. It's nice, and I know sometimes it must be draining on you, but you do that, the fans are there, but really class act.
Yeah,
really.
Definitely put the cherry on top of the day, being able to meet everybody. And
yeah, it was definitely the frosting on the cake for us.
Yeah.
I mean, it really put a good feeling at the end. And thanks to all 7 of the fantastically talented people that performed, all of the assistants. Really great show. Looking forward to seeing it again next year. They're still traveling now. If they come to your area, look it up online, find them, go see them. It's definitely worth. The tickets were not that much. It's I feel like we didn't pay enough.
Yeah.
It was a great time. It really was. Be sure to check out all of our monthly subscription boxes. We have a couple more product reviews coming up as well. And as always, we want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends.
Until next time, stay weird. Bye.